We're just waiting on the 5 red lights, which will be coming very soon. Drivers adjusting strategies, drivers adjusting fuel, and now here they go. With any last-minute changes, it's now done and dusted. Here we go. The 5 red lights come on, and it's lights out for the Japanese Grand Prix here in RPL. Cryptic gets off the line, not as well as Skither, because Skither's going to have a chance to overtake him before turn 1. He does so. Reese also had a Sauber fan, and Cryptic's going to try to challenge us back once again as Minico gets the upper edge on Annex. Annex falling down the order. They're going to be side by side there.
He's in the wall.
Oh, no. So that's in the back of the grid. Multiple cars. Multiple cars coming to collision. You have Stenner,
or sorry, no,
TV,
an AlphaTauri and a Haas.
The Chiller. Multiple guys involved. Very treacherous starts for some others, and now we switch to the tires, as you can see on our board. And now for the lead, Reese hopping over the curbs and now trying to put some more pressure on Scyther, and in the background Jack Miles gets through on Sauberfan.
Oh,
so they were able to change it. Oh,
it's Minico, sorry.
That is Minico with, I believe, was it Annex who gave him a tap?
Tagged him up the rear there, maybe.
It very could potentially have been.
Oh, turn 1 is absolutely hectic. 2x2 here.
Here is Redfire ahead with L74G, and now Lewis Piper, and there goes Groggers.
Outside.
But now Redfire has a separate DRS train and yellow flags. That is, I believe, Kipu. Yes, it is.
He's got major damage.
And he gets a 10-second for that. I don't know if that's going to be appealed or not, but we caught the end of that on stream. And now for the lead, once again, Reese putting on some more pressure on Scyther. They're going to go side by side at 1-3 yard. Can they keep it? Scyther has to back out of it, but Reese takes the lead back. And here goes Cryptic as well, taking advantage.
Oh, contact.
He's got his teammate there of Jack.
And Jack Miles
has some pressure. He can put on Cryptic. There you go. Side by side. Wheel to wheel. Jack now takes the fastest lap, so he's going very fast in that Ferrari. And Scyther has DRS on Reese, which helps him, but doesn't help Cryptic overtake Scyther now.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFT.
And now Skither, who's on those medium tires, is going to still continue to put pressure on your race leader Reese. And he's got Cryptic as well behind, who's going to put pressure on him. And now here goes Scyther looking to the outside line. Can he do it, though? For the second time around the outside, he's got Reese there to shut the door. However, Reese can't shut the door as well this time. They do make contact, and now they're going to be side by side under the S's. It is Scyther who backs out.
Hopefully, for his sake, we'll reel him back into this first sector to not lose that critical gap. But here comes Lewis Piper on the Sauberfan. Into turn 1 we go. Wheels Will Racing. He's going to go around the outside of the young Alfa Romeo. He's going to try it. Not enough grip. And he makes a little bit of a nudge to the rear there.
The pole winner has not won the last 9 Tier 1 races. Is that a concern for Cryptic running in this train, knowing that statistic in the back of your mind?
See, if I depend on a driver racing situation that's this close and this intense, Cryptic would not be at the top of my list. And he's been spotted by Jack and Alex as well. No.
It's an accordion effect in the train, and now Jack's out of the train and now ahead of Cryptic, and Cryptic wants that back. And Cryptic's going to be on the inside for turn 1.
Mistake I've seen in a long time.
I mean, Reese has saved a little bit of ERS. He was on 14 earlier. He's now on 30. And Scyther was at 30-something. Now he's on 60. It seems like that trail-breaking strategy that you could use is exactly what gets you to save some ERS and save some battery. L74G gets through on Minico. There's yellow flags. That's Sauberfan at the pit lane. And that's a virtual safety car.
What's happened? I think he tried to enter the pit lane and he crashed.
The Alpha has bad wear.
Here we go.
That's why he crashed. He also lost the rear. Here we go. The lead and third place side by side at 130R. Cryptic shoves Jack out. Is that a little bit of payback in terms of Cryptic not feeling happy? Jack wants more of this. He's down the inside and luckily not making contact, but gets pushed to the curb. So now with Annex wanting to pit there, it now becomes when will Scyther pit because he's likely going to be the one to blink first. And now he blinks for the race lead. Outside line on Reese. Looks like he gets to have the chance to get the move done easier this time. And he does. He's up into the lead.
I think Scooter is either going to come into the pit slap or the next few laps now.
Well, if he's going to use the ERS and dump it, it's going to be this straight if he's coming in this lap. And if he is coming in this lap, he needs to use it to get as much as he wants back, and he's not using it this time, so it could be pitting next time. And Reese is closing that gap. Reese wants to have a chance in the final chicane. Here's Reese ducking out. Reese getting ahead. What happened to Skither there? Because he's now lost 2 places.
Oh dear, he's been absolutely mauled there.
Oh, he's boxed in. And now Cryptic has him to his outside, and they're about to go 2 by 2 down the straight. Here's Skither looking to the far outside, 3 wide for the lead. Cryptic on the both of them getting through and ahead of his teammate and Scyther right there. So now, what does Scyther do about the battery as he's boxed in? 26% you gain in the pit lane. He wanted to have a look on Reese there at 130R, but he's not going to do it. He's going to pull to the left side this time. Reese gives him the squeeze. Reese still on the inside line. The 2 championship contenders touch, but it's Scyther ahead before they come to the pits. And they both come in. They both come in, and they need to get it under the speed limit. And they do. They both do, luckily. Somehow battling. And now it's a race to get out of the pit lane between the 2 championship contenders. It will be Scyther ahead of Reese, but where do they come out in comparison to Cryptic? We're not even going to focus on Annex because he's going to be clear, but it's a matter of Cryptic. How was that outlap from Cryptic? Ahead. Ahead.
The car's paid absolute dividends.
Cryptic's closing. He's 1.1 back on Annex now. You think Annex would be able to hold on a lot more easier? Well, that's not the case. And now Reese is looking on Scyther at 130R. He goes through. That's a lot of balls to be able to send a move right there with battery wide open and make it stick, and he did just that. Talk about the 2 championship leaders trying to make crucial overtakes. Well, that's a crucial one right there. Kipu, penalty, and now Cryptic wants to look on Annex to have a chance to get by, but he cannot do so just yet. He's got to wait for the DRS, and now he's got the battery. Remember, this is crucial for Cryptic to get by now because sitting on pole in this race will be the first pole sitter to win in 10 races, in fact. But also, it's crucial as you see Lewis Piper get by Jack because the gap is 3 seconds to this train back here, which they just are fighting in the back of the train, and Shanghai is out of this race. That is in the pit lane.
Never going to pay off unless you are ahead going to the corner. But look at the ERS comparison between the 2. Scooter easily able to get past him. Could Lewis Piper even get Reese there? Reese would tuck straight back into the slipstream of the Ferrari, and Lewis Piper will have to wait for another DRS overtake attempt at the DRS. And like a shark, he's ready to pounce there. Here he comes.
Here we go. Reese under threat from Lewis Piper. More importantly, in front of that, you can see Scyther and Annex on the run to turn 1. Lewis Piper's ahead, but is Annex gonna concede the place to Scyther? Yes, he does. Lewis Piper with the penalty ahead of Reese. So now Annex falls to the last spot on the podium. Annex and Lewis Piper. Yes, Reese also with a big gap there for P5 to P4. That is very crucial. Here's Annex, Lewis Piper, a little bit of a battle between them for P3 on the road. They've got a ghost car they have to go inside of. AlphaTauri of the Chiller. And this gets tight. It's Annex pinching Lewis Piper. They almost come together, and now they're about to come together, and they do.
That was going to be one of the greatest overtakes I've seen in a long time.
Because Lewis Piper would be net P, or sorry, Lewis Piper with his penalty would make Reese net P4, and Scyther having to use a bit of battery to catch up to Cryptic. Cryptic and Scyther similar on battery. Behind that, you can see Jack on Reese now. Reese is falling down the order. This is not good to Reese's race. Jack and Lewis Piper are trying to get on the back of Annex to make something happen there. Reese falling outside of that, and the lead is close ball side by side at 130R. Jack Miles goes through on Lewis Piper.
This could be A beautiful drive from Jack Miles. He's going to probably get a penalty for the collision with Cryptic, though. We need to keep that in mind.
Yes. Here we go.
So
The
he's going
lead.
to have to get a big gap.
Scyther to the lead of the Grand Prix with just a couple laps remaining. So let's see how they fare in these last couple of laps. Just 3 more laps remaining, and Cryptic is closing. Cryptic is closing for the lead. He's going to have a look down the inside, but I think both them were trying to play DRS mind games, and it's caught the guys behind back up to almost under 2 seconds. Cryptic didn't get the DRS. Scyther did. Scyther looks. Scyther inside line before turn 1, and Scyther is cleared into the lead. Jack Miles is through on Annex, and Annex has Loose Piper for company. Loose Piper to the inside. Loose Piper wants this now, and he has the penalty he needs to extend with, and he does get the place.
Who's that?
Groggers and Molly.
Molly and Groggers, yeah.
They were the two who either
Molly
came
is
together.
out of fuel.
Oh, already? Wow.
He's under fuel, expect safety cars, and it's
Yeah.
not lifted up very well. He's minus 2.6 on fuel, so he's out of fuel.
Third place, Lewis Piper had a look on Jack. Jack in front of that had a look on Cryptic. And now this is very crucial toward Reese's championship lead, because right now with Scyther and Reese, without the penalties applied, the gap would be much under 50 points. And speaking of the gap for second place, Jack through, Lewis Piper through. They're both through on Cryptic. Cryptic absolutely on fumes right now. He's going to have to go to the reserve tank in a couple of moments here to just hang on for P4.
Jack is also very close to the fuel. He's only 0.03 over. Obviously, bonkers. We're seeing history before our eyes.
Here we go. Annex. Oh, according to fact, Annex is running the back of Cryptic. Is Cryptic out of fuel, though? Because Cryptic severely slowed. Or did he break early? He is out of fuel. He's out of fuel. Annex and Reese made contact, and Annex is now out of fuel, it looks like. Annex running low on fumes. Actually, he's got Reese to overtake them. Side by side at 130R. Oh, boy, that comes close. And now Jack Miles lets Lewis Piper go. There's big action happening in the background, but the action is going to be for the championship lead. It was once at 91 points the gap, now it's under 50. Scyther wins in Japan and is on the top step on the podium for the second week in a row. Jack ahead of Reese for P2 and P3, could likely become Reese's P2, and Annex, a very good race from him, P4 here. Lewis Piper P5, Minico P6, Cryptic, and now a fight to the line. TB and Redfire, Alonso and Vettel style, maybe no. TB gets P9 ahead of Redfire. Wow, what a race we had on our hands. Cryptic fell to P7, and maybe more. And here are your final results from the race. If you would like to take a moment and pause to read everything on the screen with the drivers, the constructors, everything else, please do that. On the screen right after that is the driver standings, the constructor standings after the most recent race. If you would like to catch us for future events, go to our Twitch, RPL_XB1. And for our next event, it is Tier 1 Saturdays, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time. We have other tiers that also run an RPL as well, but that's just for Tier 1. Anyways, make sure to watch then for the next event, and until next time, we will catch you then. Have a good evening, morning, night, whenever you are watching this, and we'll see you then.